Hello and welcome to Karma's a Stitch. I'm Tonya, and this is where we are talking about all of my WIPs for the month of November. Yesterday, Alex, my daughter, pulled the Enchanted Delight wrap off of my pile of WIPs. And this right here is where I was when she took it off the pile. And this is the progress that I made in the last 24 hours. So not a whole lot, but about 1.5 inches. I did get to wind my next color, which always feels like you're making progress when you take another color off of the, this one, these are all on a ring, but anyway, and I took it out because I was going to turn the recorder on, and I took this out of the project bag and I left it halfway through the row because Alex had ballet tonight and I was in the car while she was in ballet, and she got in the car and I was halfway done with a row and I just put it back in the project bag. So this project is going to go back on the WIP wall, and we are going to have her choose my next project off of the pile. Okay, so she chose this project bag, which I love this project bag. I think it's just the simplicity of it. I absolutely love this project bag. And in here is a pattern. I don't even remember what it was called. However, it's called the Better Days Cardigan by Kara's Knit. Here's a picture of it. It's really a chunky knitted project. And I am using knitting needles that are, let's see if I have these are a size 17. Those are the knitting needles I'm using. And progress-wise, here's the cardigan. It doesn't look like much. Here's the opening. And this is the neck, the back. And this material is so thick and so awful. I'm frogging this. There's no way. There's just no way that I want to work on this. Trying to knit with this material has been so awful on my wrists, and I ended up trying to work on this project, and I couldn't do it. My wrists hurt, my hands hurt. It was thick, it was cotton, but the knitting needles were so big I had to make rings, markers, stitch markers with my engraver. I had to make custom ones. So I am going to frog this Better Day cardigan. I just said what it was called. I just said it, you guys. What was it called? Better Days cardigan. I am going to frog this. I knew when I started my WIP Roundup that this was one that was going to be frogged. So I'm not struggling with that at all. I'm at this point struggling moving the material across the needle, but this one is going to be frogged for sure. No problems. I'm excited to have this one off the needles. I didn't enjoy working on this. This material is something that, like, I could see a rug, like a kitchen rug or a hallway floor runner or something being made out of this material. And I do have several skeins of this, and I may try to make something for my flooring like this. I'll show you as soon as I get the needles off of here. It's a lot of work, you guys. Like, it's really, and it was like that trying to knit with it too. It was hard on my hands, and that wasn't something I was okay with. So this material, I want to say was cotton, but like, can you see how, like, this is one strand. These are all braided together, and this is the strand. That's what I was knitting with. Like, those are my stitches that I just frogged. So I am going to pull this out, and it's going to be fine. But I am going to have Alex take another project off of that pile so that I have something to work on tomorrow, today and tonight. Tonight and tomorrow, the next 24 hours. But I'm going to wrap this up in a ball, and then I'll have Alex pull another project. Okay, so Alex just chose this project bag, which I love the pattern of. It's got knitting needles, and all the hearts are shaped, it looks like, with yarn. See, that one's unraveling. Oh, I love it so much. Inside here, it's the candy something. What is this called? Summer Candy Pattern by Ute Naratil. Ooh, I'm not too sure. Let's just fold it up for you guys to see it. Here is the pattern. I'm not sure how you would pronounce that. And it is a long wrap. I have a note on here that says, may need to undo a couple of rows. So this might take me a little bit of time to figure out where I'm at. But this is how far I am on this project. Haven't made a lot of progress. I'm not even gonna bother moving this up. Yes, I will. I'll move it up, and then I don't know if I have to undo rows though. And because I have that note very first on the pattern, like as soon as I pulled it out of the bag, that was the note that I saw. So I'm going to take a look and see what's going on with this pattern. The yarn I'm using, let's see, these needles are, what size are they? US 3. And the material that I am using, this brown color, it's a really light tan, a light beige, sandstone maybe. It's called color 12026, and it is Barocco Vintage Sock. It is 52% acrylic, 40% wool, 8% nylon, and that's this one. And then the other color, which you haven't really been able to see because it's just starting to make an appearance here, is one of these Zauber balls. Isn't that so pretty? And that colorway, you know how they have Dark Roses Inspiration. And on the back of these, it has like the color scheme, like how the colors are gonna work all the way through the whole Zauber ball. So anyway, that is the material that I'm using for this project. I am going to try to take a look and see where, if I've gone wrong with this pattern, why it says I may need, and it does say may. See that? May need to undo a couple of rows. So I'm gonna go take a look at that and figure that out. I don't know how much knitting time I'm gonna have. I have a meeting tomorrow that's kind of in the middle of the day, and it's kind of far away, and I'm just not too sure how much time I'm actually gonna have tomorrow for knitting. But we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully I have some progress to show you. All right, you guys, have a good night.